everybody. Welcome to the show. I'd like to thank you for joining me today at the Watch Hangout. Let's get this show started. And before we get going, let's get a wristwatch check from everybody. What are we wearing today? What is on the wrist? Hello, ladies and germs. Welcome to the show. It's Friday night. Hope you guys are feeling right. We got Duco, we got Cap, and we got Ferengi Cubitus Gambino III Esquire in the house. Welcome, gentlemen. How are we all doing today? Hope you guys are enjoying your Friday. We're getting this weekend kicked off with a little bit of watch talk. The market is dead. All right, guys, show's over. Have a good one. Did you guys like the thumbnail? What did you think of the Pelagos in the coffin?
Over Red Rover, baby. The watch market is done.
Who's that? It looked like Taylor Swift too. Was that a was there a woman on there?
It might have been. It might not have been. I can't say if it was Taylor or not. We have a special relationship. Das Boot.
Yeah, I got you.
AI is out of control.
Keep that private. That's where we know when she's not at Chiefs games where she is.
Yeah.
JJSW. JJSW.
Out of control. You are correct.
Hey, this AI is out of fucking control.
Yeah. This is the watch market right here, boys. Here. This is the watch market.
So wrong.
Drink up, Duco.
It's dead.
Now, I purposely made that thumbnail because I feel like a lot of people have lost the energy in like buying watches, collecting watches lately. And it just feels like the whole market is dead. Now, is this a good thing or a bad thing? We will discuss today. I don't necessarily think it's actually dead for us enthusiasts, but it is. It has come to a screeching halt as far as the. I'm doing quotes. You can't see me right now because cartoon JJ is in there. But invest collecting or collect investing. I think that's kind of done with. But I think we could get some fun, good deals out there. Before we get into it. Let's do a little wristwatch check. What do we got on the wrist today? Let's go through the panel. We'll start off with this handsome young man right here. Oh, we got a 16700 Pepsi on the wrist. Very nice, very nice. You really love that watch, huh?
Yeah, it's a special watch.
Yeah, for sure. And we got Captain. We'll get him while he's drinking, right? I think he has a Pepsi
sexy
as well.
Captain. The big Pepsi on the Jubilee. Can you believe this captain was almost going to trade that Jubilee in?
Yeah, that's craziness. I'm glad he didn't, though. Glad we talked some sense into him.
Pretty crazy. $2.2 million auction, though, for that oyster bracelet, Pepsi on the moon. Man, Pepsi on the fucking moon.
And then we got Ferengi. Ferengi, what do we got on the wrist?
Today, we have been wearing the rose gold chocolate Arabic dial Skydweller.
Very nice. And let's get this gentleman up aboard. We have the watch maven Mitch in the house. Mitch, what do we got on the wrist today?
Today we have, and as of yet unadorned by Jen,
nice
Cassiope.
Nice.
Very nice.
Oh,
all right,
cool.
Nice.
Which one of us want to do the duty of today of asking Mitch to turn his device sideways?
Well, the last time I turned it sideways, people said turn it back upright.
Yeah, got to keep you on your toes, Mitch. We were trying to keep you on your toes here.
I know. This is just maven discrimination.
Oh, man. All right. Well, we got everyone's wristwatch check in there. Let's run through the chat, see who's here. And then I think we're going to start off with a little chit-chatting, and I want to get into where Cap's been tonight. I have my spies sending me photos of Cap all night long, just so you know.
Yeah.
We'll get into that momentarily.
The answer doesn't include Taylor Swift.
No.
Unfortunately not.
It does not. We have Marcelo Time giving us a little love. Thank you, Marcelo Time. Appreciate that. The link is pinned, guys. If anyone wants to join us, we have the link pinned. We have a goal set up. There's a new thing called a goal. We're going to try this thing out, see how that works. I don't know. And we got our first super chat of the evening from Robert Wood, $2 super chat. He says, "Happy Friday." Thank you, Robert. Greatly appreciated. Good to see you in the chat. We got Pocket Watch Time saying, I'm so excited the watch market is dead. Now I can buy more watches. Yeah, we shall see if the prices start to go lower, but I don't know. I feel like they're pretty stable. I mean, we'll get into that as well in a little bit. We got DP in the house, Ghost of Yiddish. We got Shot in the Dark, member of the crew, wishing everyone a good evening. Duco, hope your dreams have come true. You are on the panel, my friend. We got a $2 super chat from my man Mossy. Let's get Mossy entered into tonight's race. Tonight, we're racing puppy dogs, guys. Puppy dogs. In case anybody wants to know. I figure that'll be a fun one. Let's see. Where are we? Got member of the crew, Caliber YQG in the house. Says, great to see you stream on tonight. Yes, sir. We are here. We're ready to rock and roll. If anyone else is streaming, you know what to do, guys. Get over there, disrupt them, let them know we're streaming. As we do, we got One Day Retro. He says, good to see you, Ryan Hofrey. We got a Ryan Hofrey fan. Very cool, very cool. DP reminding everyone to upvote. And we got Bill D29 in the house. The $2 super chat says, JJ, did you get a bunch of Botox? Your face no move. Yeah, man. My face is frozen. All right, let's see here. We got Duco with a $5 super chat. He says, if I get an FXD GMT, will I be banned? I actually think that watch is awesome. You know what? I think we're kind of caught up. Let's just say hello to Doc Mick in Florida. And we got my man Alex Rosa in the house, who sent me a nice pic of him and Cap hanging out. And we got Travis Watts hanging with us.
Alex is the man.
Alex, very cool dude.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to Duco's question here. If I get a Pelagos, Tudor Pelagos FXD, the worst part of the watch, I think, is the name, right? It's like, what are you wearing? A Tudor Pelagos FXD GMT. It's like, oh, there we go. Duco's doing me a solid right there.
Yeah.
So it was just, I love this watch. I think this is fucking awesome, man. I think this is a home run. $4,500. How do you go wrong? Is this limited now? No, I don't think so, right?
I don't think so, man.
No, not that I'm aware of. I know someone who has 3 of them in stock. Well, probably not anymore, but
oh man,
yeah, I think you know that person too. But
I would swap out the band. I would swap out
this thing is incredible. Let me just get that straight off the top. I love this watch. Full stop.
I think the controversial part of this watch is the bezel. Either you love it or you hate it.
Yeah,
Hate it.
That is yeah. I've done.
What do you mean, room-wise, or the fact that it's 24 hours?
No, it's just the design of it, the font.
Okay,
I like the watch, so I'm playing devil's advocate.
Everything
here.
is perfect. That is the only thing you can. In my opinion, of course, this is all our opinion. But on second look, JJ, I was looking at that bezel and questioning, is it the right style? Because the Rolex GMT does the dots between, and they skip hours. Okay, so
I'm fine with it. I'll tell you why. Because most of the
I love it. Everything else,
sub looks and stuff like that on bezels have the slash in between to really define each, each zone.
Yep.
So it sticks with that militaristic theme. I think it's perfect. The one thing I'm surprised nobody said this yet. The only thing I dislike about this watch is the fixed lugs.
Right.
That's it.
We stuck with that on the FXDs. I mean, I've liked the first Pelagos FXD, not the GMT. I almost got one, the MN21. And so this is MN24. I don't think that, that's proven not to matter, I don't think, in the aftermarket, but Cubidus Gambino could fill it, tell me if I'm wrong. But this, I think, takes it up to another level. And
you're wrong.
Okay, thank you. On which part? The price or the here's the thing though with this. So it's got what? COSC certification, Meta certification. I mean, the orange pop, titanium, grade 2 in the front, grade 5 in the back. I mean, yeah, the fixed lugs, JJ. Either you love it or you hate it.
I hate it.
I mean, this watch is made for one thing and one thing only. That is to be a tough, badass watch. And anything outside of that, it's just not meant for that. So, I mean, you got to kind of realize that when you're going into it. Like, this is not a This is not a date just. This is not a, a Tudor on the
Right,
Jubilee bracelet.
I just hate that you're relegated to a NATO.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's the part that, like, you could have just does that take away from the toughness by having pins?
I think it takes it just makes it that more reliable on the type of people that wear the watch. Truthfully, I would not buy this watch. I know as well as everybody else, they're going to come out with, because this thing is 12.7 millimeters thick. So, the GMT Pepsi is getting this movement and this case size soon with an adjustable bracelet, probably a Jubilee as well.
Not the case size. You may get the case thickness.
Or the case. Well, it'll be a 40, a 41? Is that what the current GMT is?
That's what they have. I mean, that's one of the problems that I have with the watch and frankly with the whole line right now is so far they've got a 41 millimeter GMT black dial, 41 millimeter GMT opaline dial. They've got a steel and gold 41 millimeter GMT. They've got a Black Bay 58 39 millimeter GMT. They've got the Black Bay Pro 39 millimeter GMT. I'm a huge dual time watch fan. I own several of them. I like them a lot. I like the complication. I also happen to really love the Pelagos. One of the first, luxury watches that I owned was a left-hand drive Pelagos. I like the Fotina on them. I like the chiclet loom on them. Big fan of the line. I just think that an FXD GMT seems like why this particular
because
model?
It's made for firefighters and people that are linemen. It's made for construction workers. It's made for people that are going to beat the shit out of their watches, that wanted a mechanical watch, that are outside doing physical things.
Yeah, it's made for the French Marine Nationale.
Yeah, I mean, it's not made for office people that sit all day long with cufflinks.
And
it's just not what it's for.
It's got 200 meters of waterproof, not water resistance, waterproof. I mean, this watch does it all. Honest. I mean, I don't know what this watch doesn't do. And I think Duco
doesn't let you put a bracelet on it.
Yes,
that's exactly what it is.
That's one thing. Yeah,
I love the watch. I'm not knocking it. I think the aesthetic is perfect. You have that militaristic looking. I mean, this is a military watch. Let's not fool ourselves. I think I get what Duke was saying as far as it being a tough watch, but like Vimal says, it's not like firemen are not like crossing time zones and stuff like that. But
they do whenever they're brought into different areas where there's fires that are being put out. Like I'm not talking about people.
Oh, you're talking about like wildland.
Yeah,
like
smoke jumpers. Yeah,
this,
I mean
that says it all though. Right. We got nubs. Nubs. I need this watch.
But if wait, hold up. If that's the case, if that is the case, then 99% of y'all are all posers. Because you're not actually using your GMTs for crossing time zones across the world, me included. So everybody in the comments saying that, you're all full of shit.
I'm not reading.
No, but like I can't imagine. I'm sorry, I cannot imagine. A firefighter wearing a metal watch going into a firefighting situation.
So you need a GMT when you go sit in the office and don't sweat.
No. I'm saying that I'm concerned for a firefighter wearing a metallic watch going in to fight a fire.
Let's back this up a second here. First of all, hold on. I want to make 2 points, but first I want to get these super chats because they are the lifeblood of the streams. We have the Ghost of Yiddish Gambino. He says, "My only question is this AI out of control?"
This AI is out of fucking control.
Yeah. Answer would be yes, it is. And then we have Mrs. Mossy. She says, "Only for the doggos." Sorry.
Oh, wow.
Get Mrs. Mossy involved in this race. Good to see you, Mrs. Mossy. Glad you're here. Now, let's be realistic. This watch is for guys who are looking for a tough-looking watch. They're not wearing this into the fire, but they're looking for the aesthetic of that, right? I think that's kind of the point Duco was making, right? Same way, like if you're in combat, you're probably wearing a G-Shock, but maybe off base, you're wearing this because you want the look, right? And you want to be able to do some tough stuff with this. I think this is a badass looking watch. I love it on the NATO, and I am not a NATO fan, I think this gets away with being a fixed lug. I don't. If it was a critique for me though, if I was making this watch over again, I would just make it standard lug. I think this home run come like this, just on the NATO and everything else, but just have pins in it. I don't even want. I've had plenty of titanium watches, and the bracelets all are shit on them. They don't feel comfortable to me. I could be totally wrong. But
I like the Pelagos. My Pelagos titanium left-hand drive, which by the way came, it's got standard lugs, came on one of the best bracelets, honestly, in the market. Period, because it had that almost that spring adjust on there. You didn't even need to do like a quick adjustment to it. It automatically adjusts itself throughout the day. Really comfortable bracelet. Came with a rubber strap also, so you could swap it out for that. The regular Black Bay. The Black Bay 40 Black Bay Heritage 41 initially came with both the bracelet and a NATO strap. I just think that this particular watch, a GMT watch, whether it's tough looking, tough or whatever, having the fixed lugs and only being stuck with a single pass NATO is just limiting. If this was just a regular 42 millimeter Pelagos, very much would like it.
Right.
The FXD just makes it limiting.
Right. Gambino, listen, you're right. It is limiting because they really didn't make it for us, right? When they designed this, they made it just like the original FXD, the 21. Which was designed with that bidirectional countdown timing bezel for the French, the French Navy, if that's what they call themselves, the
Marine Nationale.
Yeah, the Marine Nationale. So this is their pilot's version. So I guess they had that collaboration, and that was designed for them on the fixed lugs for use in military, operations. Right.
The interesting thing to me is that if I remember correctly, there are 2 FXD chronos, and I don't think they have fixed lugs. There's one, I think they're both in carbon cases, though, whatever you think of that.
Is that the Alinghi one?
Yeah, there's an Alinghi one, and there's but they're both labeled FXD.
They're fixed lugs.
Can I say one of my favorite touches on this watch is the faux? By the way, hello Tariq, welcome to the stream. The faux patina date. The faux patina date does it for me.
Yeah, amazing.
I think it's such a cool tie-in. By the way, real quick, I actually I spoke to Marco, and he would be able to get me one of these. I think that's pretty cool. I might reach out to him and pick one of these up. So I'm seriously considering this. I'm not making it up, just for content. I am seriously considering it. So we do want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Marco, by the way. If you're not following Marco, make sure you check him out on the gram. We have watch.marco on Instagram. Let's just get that up there for you guys. He is a show sponsor. Him and the good folks over at Berdeen's. We do appreciate them keeping the show moving. We also appreciate our other sponsor, Steve from White Glove Cigars. Big shout out to our man, Steve. I will drop the link in the chat. He does have some deals for us. He has the Friday night sampler and a couple other things. There are some coupon codes here, guys. So make sure you show a little love to our friend Steve over at White Glove Cigars, Steve of Bayville, Leaf Cigars, and Marco. Check him out on the gram. And shout out to Berdeen's. Thanks, guys. Yeah, what were we going to say?
I was going to say, Marco just got me a watch, and we will unbox it tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Look forward to that. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait. You want to give us any hints? Is it made of metal?
Yeah, indeed. And it's mechanical, too.
Very nice. I like this.
The brand will unfortunately become obvious when the box is unveiled, because all watch enthusiasts will be able to guess the brand just from the box, but we shall see.
Is it red like Ferengi's unboxings?
It could be.
Could be. All right, so before we move on to another topic, let's give a round table here. What do we say? Yay or nay? Would we purchase Not only do we like, you can go 3 choices: pass, like but wouldn't buy, or like and would buy. What do we say? Tudor Pelagos FXD GMT. I say like and might buy.
Like
Duco.
and pass.
Like and pass. Cubitus.
Pass and pass.
Pass and pass. Tariq.
Like and pass.
Like and pass. I feel like that's going to be the consensus. Mitch, what do we think?
Yep, like and pass.
And the cap.
It's a winner, JJ. Like and strongly considering buying.
That's my man. See, I'm there.
I got you, man. And then if you endorse it, that's even better. And shout out to Berdeen's and White Glove Cigars. White Glove Cigars.
Yes, we do enjoy having our sponsors. Please give them a little love, guys. We do appreciate it. I know a bunch of guys here do shop with Marco. We appreciate that. And
holidays are coming too. Get a new watch.
Yeah,
or a pre-owned watch.
And a cigar sample. Why not?
Why not?
What do we got here?
Holiday.
Oof.
So we got
speaking of pass.
Yeah, this is hard pass on me.
What is this? The Christian Ward Breguet?
This is the Christian Ward Bel Canto Classic that just got released this week. And I will say I am putting my money where my mouth is, and like and have purchased.
Oh, is that guilloche? Is that guilloche?
Yes,
It is a guilloche. It's a guilloche, and they have a red dial Milgauss version as well. But yeah, this is, for me, this is the release of the week as the dress watch guy, and as somebody who has owned the Breguet tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Also somebody who likes the Moser tourbillon. You know, I think everything about this watch is just fantastic. And I think that for what they are giving you for the money, it's just really an insane watch. And it cured all of the criticisms of the first one that I had, which was you couldn't read the damn thing. And that's not just because I'm old and have crappy eyes. I think that they made the timing dial bigger, much more legible with the minute track and the Roman numerals. And again, I think that what Christian Wood is giving you in terms of this complication, this kind of finishing, another titanium watch. I think it's just absolutely it's bonkers. The only criticism I have of it, to the extent that there's a criticism, is it might be too cheap. I think that look, I'm a huge person. Look, when it comes to finding value for money, that's what I love in watches. I love to hunt down a great deal. But you know, if you told me this watch originally, when the Bel Canto came out, was $10,000 or $12,000 for a timing watch, or excuse me, a complication with a Swiss made, I would say, okay, that makes sense. But for under $4,500, I think that these watches are pretty insane. And
is the dial to get mine. Is the dial is that machine made or handmade?
That's machine
made. Yeah,
definitely machine.
Machine made. Duco. It's machine made.
Oh, I made it on my lathe by hand.
I had a lathe.
No. I mean, it's still impressive.
It's
still $4,500. I mean, it's a
and Christopher Ward is increasing production supposedly by like tenfold.
Yeah, they originally thought that they would sell only 5,000 of the original Bel Canto, and
they're pumping them out.
Blew it up.
Did they ever say how many they actually sold?
Well, we know that they sold out of the first 300. The blue dial, they originally had intended to do it as 300-piece limited edition, sold out in 8 hours. And then they did a green dial, same 300, sold out in, I think, 4 hours. They then released a handful of other dials that they had to wait several months in terms of being able to ramp up production. I think that it sells pretty darn well for them. And what's very interesting is on the secondary market, not only do they hold up extremely well in terms of price, which is very interesting given what their business model is, there aren't a lot for sale. which is interesting because I think that people get them and they're keeping them.
People hold on to them.
Yeah, and I think that their model is that they obviously after amortizing R&D costs and things like that, they do not sell watches for more than 3 times production cost. And which is, a factor of, 2 or 3 times less than what other similar Swiss brands will sell for. So I think it's fantastic. And in terms of the guilloche, it's a laser guilloche on these. And to people who are like, well, it's not a hand guilloche with a rose lathe and everything else like that. Cartier, for example, on their dress watches, for example, the wonderful Cartier Santos Dumont that JJ currently has, those are all stamped guilloche. So this is somewhere in, it's another machined guilloche. I don't have any concerns with it other than the fact that it just looks freaking fantastic.
I mean, for $4,500, you can't complain.
Yeah,
it's for $4,500, we can all complain. We're watch collectors. But
it's almost as good a value as $2,500 for a Venturine dial moon phase from them.
Hey, don't worry. If they start pumping these out, Nate Dogg. So they're making a lot of these. I saw the production. I don't know what the numbers is per month, but it could be in the thousands.
Millions, I heard.
Yeah, it could be, JJ. Could be. Who knows? Who knows, right? Milk that cow. Milk that cow.
It's the new Moose watch.
You got to milk it. You got to milk it. So what's that going to do to the secondary price? And how many of these are they going to pump out?
These will be 2,500 on eBay.
Pump and dump, baby. Pump and dump like Spankus Erectus.
Well,
Spankus
Erectus, we know that they made.
Shout out to Spankus.
Yeah, we know they made a ton of the first generation after the the first 4 or 5 colors sold out immediately. They started pumping those out, and they just haven't hit the secondary market. So it seems like people are just holding them. So it doesn't really matter how many they make. It's just a question of how many have they made that people want to sell and don't want to keep. Right. I mean, you've got, let's take another great watch, for example, the Vacheron Constantin 1921. I mean, again, they've been making that watch since 2000. Oh, look at that. Very nice, Tariq.
Yep.
Speaking of which, you missed a 19. You put them on the big screen.
There you go. That rose gold? Rose?
White gold.
Oh, it's white gold. Oh, okay.
Fantastic watch.
Very nice. Beautiful.
Yeah,
so, they've been making these since 2009. And they make one of their more popular lines. But when you go online to go see how many are actually for sale versus how many people are keeping, there's not a lot of them that are out there for sale.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what have they been making since 2009?
The Vacheron 1921.
Oh, yeah.
So, it doesn't really matter how many they produce. The question is how many are people wanting to get rid of. And JJ, we were talking before. I thought it was really neat when you look at the Christopher Ward. I'll say the name properly for once. The Christopher Ward website. They do bespoke watches for communities. If you want to design a watch with them, and you can make a production of 25 watches, they will make a custom watch for you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I would do that if we could get 25 people to do a Watch Hangout watch.
What color would you do?
Oh, man. I don't know. Should I give away my secrets on the air? I don't know.
I'd like to have Mr. GMT's face on the dial. holding souvlaki sticks. What do you think?
I would like to do a 12, like a steel 12 with an Venturine dial. I think that would be awesome.
I think that would be fantastic. I'd definitely be in. I would definitely be in for that.
I'd be on board.
Yeah. It depends on what their pricing, but the 12 is pretty good price. I don't know how much extra they charge for custom. I mean, basically it's really just a different dial, which it's a dial that they already manufacture. So I don't think it would be too difficult, but I guess we'd have to talk to someone over there. If only we could get one of them on the show.
Yeah, that'll be a conversation for another day. Well, I mean, one of them on a Tuesday night show, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't want to talk. Nobody wants to talk to me. No. I mean, obviously.
There was an article in Monochrome that said that since the Bel Canto came out, Christopher Ward's annual profit has gone from 200,000 pounds to 3.9 million pounds.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Guess it's a good seller.
Yeah. Got to churn that butter, man. You got to pump it.
Oh,
Pump it
Yeah.
hard.
Pump
JJ,
it up.
if you're serious about
Those
doing
things out like
content-
chiclets.
yeah, if you're thinking about seriously thinking about doing a Venturine 12, I'll be happy to put it in an inquiry and put something on the back case for it.
I don't
So
I don't know if that
probably
was
get a
me or
Watch
you.
Hangout.
Someone got scrambled. I don't know if that was me or
I
you.
think that was Nate.
That was
Nate
him.
Dog.
Oh,
No,
really? Okay,
yeah,
sorry about that.
Yeah.
You're good now.
I will. I'll put in
shit.
an inquiry
Speaking of scrambled.
and see what they do and what kind of pricing it
Speaking
would
of
be.
scrambled, we got Birminghard in that. That was
Ooh,
terrible.
shit, man. Better hide now.
Yeah, let me know. That would be cool.
Fucking
Birminghard,
hide.
what do you say? Are you interested in a Christian Ward on a not on a NATO strap 12 with an Aventurine dial?
With GMT eating a banana on the dial or something?
Yeah.
At,
I
at
like the
12,
banana
at 12
thing.
during the date change, the banana goes in his mouth.
Oh man.
We just lost 5 viewers. I don't know what happened.
Oh, man.
Or gained 5 viewers, depending.
Yeah. We gained 2 on Grinder.
There you
We're
go.
on Twitch,
Evening out.
and we gained a burb.
Burb, what do you think of the Tudor Pelagos FXD GMT? It seems like a watch that would be up your alley, kind of.
So I'm still holding out for a better I don't want to say better, but a GMT dive watch. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't need a third time zone. I don't know why there's this obsession with
You know, I made one, right? Just because of you.
the Seiko 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it makes complete sense because I need it. I want to track 24-hour time. If I'm traveling, I don't need a third time zone. If Captain is out in the wilderness smoke jumping, I mean the fire's not going
Very possible.
all the way to another time zone. So it's like, why do I want like this temporary feature of tracking a third time zone? It makes sense for pilots that are jumping from like city to city. Like I kind of get that, but for me every day, I just need my time zone, home time zone, and then I use the timing bezel a lot. So
That's the problem, or the fucking time.
That's always the problem.
But you're not going to get that. So
Once I
you
get
might
mine
get that.
altogether-
You will get that somewhere else, but I don't think they're going to do that right with the FXD or the Pelagos.
Once I
know.
get mine all together, Burb, I'm going to show it to you. I have all the parts. I just haven't pieced it all together. But what I did was I actually bought a bunch of stuff. I got the Seiko 5 GMT movement, but with a black date wheel, so I don't have the different date wheel. I got a black dial for it.
Oh shit!
I have the black GMT rehot inside, so you have the second time zone, right? And then you have all 4 hands, so you could use it. I actually bought Mercedes hands for it, just to switch it up a little bit. And I bought an SKX 007 3 o'clock case. So the reason I did that is now, so you'll actually have a clicking bezel because the other one's not clicking. So I like really, I bought like every part, like premium part for it, and I bought a dive bezel insert that's black ceramic. So it's not shiny, like you said. You don't want anything shiny. I like literally went off like almost all of your specs on this.
Yeah.
So it's all black dial, black rehot, black bezel insert, but it's like a Yachtmaster style, but it's called a Mille sub. So it's like it has the little lines for each for each minute or whatever.
Yeah.
And it'll click. It'll have a clicky bezel, 2 time zones, exactly everything you wanted. And when I make it, then I'll just throw it away. But I just
I think with the cheaper, with the entry level GMT movements, I think that more brands will start doing it. I think they're catching up. What's up,
Speaking of entry level, we have Ari here. Hi, Ari.
Hey there.
Hello.
So I have not a fix for Birminghard, but this is what about this? So what you want, right? Let's take that Tudor FXD and let's keep the 3 time zones, right? Let's keep the bezel as the GMT.
I'm not greedy.
But I'm going to give you, I hope I'm going to try to give you what you want. So you know how AP has the diving bezel on the inner track? not a rehaut. Okay, what if, and they're not going to do this, so sorry, but they could design a watch for you that has that on the inner track, right, with the diving timer that you can control, with an aperture at
with another crown. You're saying?
Yes. Would that satisfy
like the Polaris?
The AP diver, the way they do it with the diving bezel.
So
not a bezel, the diving
like
timer.
The Polaris.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
So I think either could work, but one of the things though is I guess it would also kind of depend on like what are you preferring to measure, and like what do you want to be able to twist to change, right? I don't need to change that GMT scale as often as I need to time something with a timing bezel, right? So you're cooking pasta, you're doing, what I mean, whatever.
You'll have to unscrew it. Yeah. It's not.
Then it's just like, okay, now it's kind of creating extra steps, right? The whole reason why REG doesn't have a Daytona, he doesn't want to be bothered with unscrewing the pushers to actuate it, right? Like, why?
That's the only reason.
That is
exactly,
and that's why Zenith is clearly superior, right?
Yeah,
so
correct. You can go tag. Shout out to Tag Heuer.
I don't know what you just did.
Speaking of Tag Heuer, Cap, run us through the event tonight. What are we looking at there, Duco? Are you showing us something?
You just use your fucking phone.
For the second time zone, you're saying, or for?
We're all acting like we're imbeciles, like we don't all use our phone 99% of the time. But okay,
exactly.
It's fun to pretend.
It actually uses all these features. That's the thing.
Yeah, so the 24-hour thing. So actually, for work, I use 24-hour time. So it's like I do actually like having it to just be able to look down and be like, it's 1400.
I have to make a confession. Sometimes I'll look at my watch to see what time it is, and I don't trust it. Then I look at my phone to double check.
I do that all the time.
I haven't set this GMT hand in like 6 months. Okay.
Or what you can do is wear a smartwatch. That is no problem.
I don't know if
I can't be the only one that looks at the bottom corner of my computer 9,000 times a day.
I do that. I got dual monitors, so I have two.
And I only look at my watch when I'm at lunch. I can't be the only one.
No,
well, most of the Apple products, the time is in the top right.
Yeah, the upper left. Yeah.
Well, I have to use Windows at work.
Yeah,
use an Apple product.
Well, you know what they say.
They say none of my tools.
They say the average person, touches their phone approximately 2,500 times a day.
You were talking about the phone?
Yeah, in terms of and only 2,500 times, said my penis. But yeah, I mean, it's I've literally grabbed the phone to check the time with my left hand while I'm wearing a watch. So
it happens, man. It happens. The phone is always dead on. That's why
that's called the stranger time check.
Yeah, right.
I have a question for the man of the nautical persuasion. So, Captain, question for you here. So, for your watch, let's say, for example, you have a charging emergency. What would you use?
That's funny. You should mention that.
Oh yeah, just a random question. It's
funny you should mention that. I would use my charger.
Oh my God, you actually still have that thing, and it's like right there too.
It's out there ready, JJ.
Just in case he has a charging emergency.
It hasn't burned your house down yet, huh?
Let's see, not yet. No, that's the Olight. That's what the recalled Olight. That's gonna burn.
Made in the finest Chinese factory.
I kept mine. It's collectible. See, it doesn't work because it's not charged.
Man, I guess the apocalypse.
I gotta charge that thing up. And this is USB. What is this? USB A.
I think
my laptop only has C.
I think Duco's flexing a little bit there. What's he doing there?
He just wants to
spy on Duco.
Show off his upper body a little bit.
He's gonna come walking in with a solar panel.
Yeah.
Oh shit! That's
generator.
Oh my God!
These guys. You need that FXD, man.
I think he's flexing a little bit there.
Yeah, he was in fact flexing.
Let's see 20. Let's see 20. I want to see 20 of those. Give me 20.
20 reps, please. 20 reps.
What is that thing?
For the charging emergencies.
Oh, that's
it's
wow, that's for.
That's very portable, Duco. That's really
it's
good.
not portable. It's a backup battery bank with solar panels.
Maybe plug your house into that. If
Nice.
Yeah, that would work with your house.
Use the house plug.
That's a great thing to have, honestly. Rather than a generator, just get one of those.
Well, I have that too. I have two. I have a whole home generator, and then I have a portable generator.
Is a whole home generator? Is it loud?
No, it's not. It's actually not. It's encased in this.
Like a four-stroke, the four-stroke kinds are quiet. Mine's super loud. Like
no, it's not the it's natural gas. It's not loud at all. But I live so far in the woods that it wouldn't matter. But it's actually pretty quiet. If anybody cares, I can record it. On Mondays, it revs up and does a self-test, but it works great.
AB says, was hoping Duco would drop that a la Gambino style.
It's freaking heavy, dude. The last big hurricane we had, I bought it, and it's pretty cool. It has these
is
big...
it lithium?
Yeah.
Is okay.
Oh, you got to get those out. The lithium's a lighter, no?
Yeah, lighter than like a DC.
Yeah, alkaline
battery.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you got two of them.
Daddy.
He's got
you can plug in.
Duco can charge his fleshlight in under 30 seconds with that.
I was thinking about the dirty
USBs,
comment. Thank you, Gambino.
USB-Cs.
Yeah, it's nice. One of those from
There's another big one.
Casio.
I have one of them. But not that big. I have what's the company that has like orange writing on it? You know that one?
Generac. The Generac is like a
Jackery. That's the one I have.
Generac is popular, yeah.
Generac is what my whole home generator is.
You know, those things usually sell out after a hurricane and everybody loses power for a week. They buy that shit and they never see another hurricane in their lifetime. But
you know why they sell out? Because of dirty, nasty generator flippers. Every time power comes out, you get the people that are the flippers that come out.
Burb, this is all you need, man.
Dude.
Come on.
An uncharged fire hazard.
And by the way, those other lights that I bought those Duco lanterns, right? The camping lanterns. I have like a bunch of those that I got after the last hurricane. Oh no, the Burbo lanterns. I'm sorry,
Burbo lanterns.
That was a Burb
Duco's generator. You could charge. Cap.
I need a charger because those.
Duco, do you have the solar panels too?
They need to be charged.
I do. They're in my shop. Yeah, I have four. They're fold-out solar panels.
Yeah, I have those too.
Came with the.
Anyway,
I've never used them though. I just plug them into the wall and.
Let's talk Tag Heuer.
Well, let's talk Tag Heuer.
Yeah, tell us about this event, Cap.
It was a fun event. I was there with Hot Watcher. Hot Watcher and I met him at the event. We had some other folks there. Alex was there. Yep. Some other guy who's a massive Langa collector that I won't mention, but
Higgins.
Someone other than Higgins. Actually, this guy's collection, like I don't know, it might be one. It's extensive Langa collection, but he had the Zeitwerk lumen dial.
Oh, nice.
in and maybe this is the only metal that make it in that honey gold. What are they? Is that what they call it?
Honey gold with the black dial with the lumen.
With the black dial, yes.
Never saw that.
Insane.
Yeah,
insane. I'm a Zeitwerk fan, and seeing that in honey gold was like ridiculous. But Tag was great. You know, those people are good, are really cool. I've been in there before. I got some swag at the end of it.
That's a nice hat. I like that.
Did they give it out, or did you have to like
I greased them.
Work somebody for that?
I worked someone. I got two, and I gave one to Hot Watcher. He's the one who reminded me. He said, "Yeah, I asked him for a hat, you know, and they're going to see if they can get one." I said, "Oh shit!" I said, "Hats." I said, "They got swag." I said, "Hold on." So I started, greasing these guys. I started asking, I whispered to a guy. I mentioned the hang. I said, "We'll plug the boutique."
Oh, it was Paul H. There's your man right here.
Oh, there he is. He's
nice.
out.
It was. Nice. You never know who's watching, Cap. You got to be careful.
Well, that's why I used discretion, JJ.
I'm glad I didn't say too bad you didn't wear your fast sneakers today, but no, just kidding.
Yeah, no, that was incredible. Great guy. Like everyone's, at these events, as you know, I mean, everyone's pretty. They're watch guys, right?
Oh,
so,
Alex sent it to me. That's right.
It's a lot of fun. Honey gold. So Tag, look, I saw watches that I don't know all of the models, but they had this Tag Heuer Monza in forged carbon.
Wow.
Yeah, they had a bunch of Monacos, titanium Monaco, new variations.
Did you see the green one?
Did I see the green one? The Monaco? They had a bunch. I took a photo of the blue one with the yellow.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. So now I saw the green because they had all of them, but I didn't. I was taking, various photos and stuff, and then they had, basic Carrera, which I also think was in some titanium metal. They had some sort of tourbillon one. Oh, the Senna.
I'm sending a few pictures to Ari.
And they had a bunch of watches, JJ. They had a bunch of watches with the same colorways as like the Rolex GMTs. So the Aqua Racers had the same colorways. Their new colorways are the Sprite, the black and green, and the blue and black in the Aqua Racer GMT.
Yeah, I saw one of them. I just sent a bunch of stories. So Paul said I had to listen after I learned of this hangout. Awesome. Paul found out about the show. Cap, were you promoting or was it Alex promoting?
Probably
Alex, right?
No, I don't. Well, both of us, I think.
Either way, welcome.
If I had the hat, which I'm trying to get, yeah.
Cap introduced himself. He's like, I'm kind of a big deal. I run this watch hangout online.
All right, so we can walk. How do you want me to walk?
Walk us through a Cap. Yeah, we'll just go one at a time, I guess.
All right, so this is one of the guy's wrists that basically had his own moon swatch.
So this is a wrist of someone at the event.
Yeah, I know who it is.
Looking at a wrist. Right or left hand? What am I looking at here?
Looks
like a left hand with two watches, right?
Yeah, and so this is that's the Hodinkee version of the glass box, the Carrera glass box Hodinkee version, which was interesting that they had one because they said Hodinkee didn't sell out that release, that collab.
Surprise,
yes,
surprise.
Sir. Yes, sir.
It's actually pretty nice. I like that Hodinkee collab right there.
It is nice. I think it's very nice.
It's yeah, it was cool. It was pretty cool.
Does that button? Does the button on the at the 9 o'clock do anything? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I forget exactly what that is.
I think the only thing that it does is give me like nervous twitches watching the metal rubbing against it.
It's with the tide, right? Something about the tide. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I just saw it and I have no idea. So how about that?
There you go. Jen's on the ball. It's a tide indicator.
Thank you, Jen.
I know this.
All right, Jen.
But do you push it? You push it, and it
push it.
I think you rub it. Lightly.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. Here we go. This is the one.
Oh, the money shot. Yeah.
Does that work? That's honey gold. Really? It looks like
honey gold. Honey gold lumen. Zeitwerk lumen. Insane.
That is sick.
I'm not worthy.
No.
Beautiful.
Fat kid in a t-shirt.
A totally fat kid in a t-shirt. I agree.
Yeah.
It's still
I'll take that fat kid in the t-shirt any day of the week. I don't care what someone's wife says about it. I don't give a fuck.
It is still beautiful. It's still beautiful.
It's watch. You could say any watch looks like anything.
So what is this? What is this retail?
Which one? The
fat kid.
The lumen?
Yeah.
The longer fat kid.
Yeah.
So I have a slight, somewhat of an answer for that. The answer for that, according to the Along and Zona website, is price upon request.
Okay. All right. So what's the gray market price?
I am looking for one right now.
Nate will get us an update on that.
It's like if you have to ask.
Well, don't forget that's the lumen too. The lumen
Yes.
is definitely.
If you have to ask how much it is, you can't afford it.
Basically.
I'm gonna say 100,000.
Oh, well over.
Well over.
Yeah, I'd say 2+. Yeah.
Jesus.
And
Probably
this on the secondary is
240?
definitely.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. There we go. Gray was around 250. All right. Yeah.
Wow. Thanks, Paul. All right.
And by the way, the Zeitwerk has actually gotten for people that are Zeitwerk fans, I mean, even the basic one was up in the 70s and 80s at the height of the market, and they're now below 50. You could find them. So, I mean, obviously that's still a ridiculous amount of money to spend on a watch, but if you're willing to spend a ridiculous amount of money, you can get one for half of what it used to be.
I love to spend ridiculous amounts of money on watches. That's what I'm doing here.
Half off. Is the watch market dead, or are you gonna? Is it time to buy? Is it time to buy?
Is the white dial speedy down to at least MSRP on the gray market?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it okay? Below?
You could get it for less than retail plus tax.
Okay. So almost the same thing as if you went to an AD.
Yes.
A little bit less.
You could find it at the AD. Yeah. I mean, it's at this point, it's, you know, it's a couple of $100 potentially different. So, you know, pick your poison there.
I think I'd rather have it in my.
I live in the middle of nowhere. I would have to always do gray market. It would be cheaper for me to do it that way than drive somewhere.
Yeah. Well, don't forget, Duke. I could always pick it up for you at my local guy. It's not a problem.
I know a guy.
Actually, I don't even have to. He could just send it right to you direct.
Yeah.
I just middleman it for you.
Only for a small vig.
No charge. Just come on my show, man.
That's a super limited piece too.
The honey, which one? The honey gold? Yes, it's an insanely limited piece.
Yeah. How many do you think they made?
I would say under 250.
Why is it called the honey gold?
I think because it's
an idiot.
It's honey gold color.
The color of the gold.
Just that
yeah,
reason.
They're mixed. Yeah, they're
it's a proprietary yellow gold.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with the dial or the face or anything like
fairy dust.
No, honey gold is their proprietary yellow gold kind of. They made 200.
And I don't think they use honey gold in that many pieces. I think it's pretty.
They made them in their older longer ones for a little bit of time, and they stopped.
And they do it in the data. They have a limited data graph, and my personal favorite. If I won the lottery, you wouldn't know it, but there would be signs. One of them would be that I would have an A Langenzonen Zeitwerk minute repeater in honey gold, which is about $500,000.
Jesus,
that's Cap's favorite watch. Is that the one with the gray dial?
Gray dial, honey gold. Gray dial, honey gold.
Cap, remember you used to drool over that?
Well, I drooled over the. I'll tell you what, Lange's dangerous because I drooled over the Zeitwerk date, right? Until I saw the minute repeater in honey gold. Zeitwerk.
Oh, wow.
And now it's the next level. Like that's insane. But this watch was equally insane. Like, you know, this is an amazing watch. And listen, price of gold to the roof. Spot price of gold going up. Going up.
So you want to drool over a Lange. You want to drool over a Lange. I just shared a picture, JJ, if you want to pull it up for a second. Pull it up, JJ. Pull it up.
Let's see here.
Do we want to go through the rest of, you're going to take
we're going to get right back to that. Or you just this is a Big Sal had this is the platinum one, right?
This is the platinum Lange 1 moon phase.
Crazy.
Insane watch.
That's a beautiful watch. That's beautiful.
I remember when he got rid of it, I was really contemplating buying this. I was like seriously considering it, but have you
ever tried one in person?
No, that's part of the reason why I didn't do it because
Tariq, have you worn it?
Yeah.
Well, he had the grand. He had the grand Lange 1 moon phase. That's the grand. That's the grand size. That'll be that. I've tried on the regular Lange 1, not the moon phase though. And it wears fine, but it is a little small. I think I would get the grand size, but that was exactly the one I wanted. Platinum. I do like the white gold one too because there's the black dial, but the platinum one I think is just so classy with the silverish dial. Home run of a watch, man. I really wish I would have picked it up from Big Sal before he got rid of it. But you know what? He likes his 1921 more. He said.
If you want a white gold black dial Grand Lange 1. In the 40.9 millimeter size, I know a Gambino that happens to have one.
Moon phase. I gotta have a moon phase.
Okay.
Yeah, CAB knows what's up. I need the moon phase. If I don't have the moon phase, I have nothing.
It's a gorgeous watch. I owned the rose gold version at one point.
Did you? Very nice.
Yeah.
I like the longer one very much, but I really love the moon phase. The moon phase is just the reason I like and that's another thing. The grand, it's the moon phase is at the bottom instead of the top, so it's even bigger. Big Sal had the best one. I'm telling you, that was the one that Nate just pulled up. That's my favorite one for sure. Great watch.
And by the way, the price on that one, that platinum one, and I haven't checked the market for it, but the one that I just had pulled up on the purple with the purple strap, complete set, only 36,000.
That's
really
not
pretty
bad.
good. Pretty damn good.
Not terrible.
This is what I'm loving about the watch market nowadays. The prices are becoming much more reasonable, and I think it's great for the enthusiasts.
Agreed.
We get to take advantage of these prices dropping and flip in and out and trade in and trade out.
I mean, there's a lot of artificial gatekeeping going on, right? Just some people just couldn't play in the market.
Yeah.
What else we got here, Ari? What's next on the hit list?
Here we go.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Rosie from the Jetsons.
Oh my god, I can't unsee
crap.
that.
Now,
Jesus Christ. I forgot about that.
Damn it! You ruined the Jacques Dro for me because of the snowman. You ruined my toilet bowl watch, and now you've ruined the Monaco for me. You motherfucker!
I'm sorry. Welcome to the show.
So first of all, I'm a big fan of the Jetsons, so calling it Rosie from the Jetsons doesn't bother me. So.
And I still remember part of the theme song.
It's a turn on, Ferrari.
His boy Elroy.
His boy Elroy.
Daughter Judy.
Jane, his wife.
Tonight on the Geriatric Men's Watch channel,
we'll be doing the Jetsons and the Flintstones doubleheader.
Yeah.
I like when they had those automatic drinks, right? That came out of that little.
I wish I had that.
Wouldn't that be great? It's like that's what we're striving to be right now. I just want to go to the fridge, get one of those, you drink it up, you go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like the Monaco, but it does remind me of Rosie. It doesn't affect my. You know which one I really like? I still think about that one. With the it has it's like black. Like a matte black, and it has like the pale blue, like almost Tiffany blue markers inside.
Oh, I saw one of those today.
What did you think? The carbon fiber one, right? I believe
it reminded me of a Bamford.
Yeah, kind of similar colorway. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I like that watch. All right, very nice. What else do we got, Ari? Let's.
It's the last one. Oh,
this is an Ice Cubitus.
Yeah.
Ice, baby.
I like it. Sorry, not sorry.
It's got some stickers on that. It looks like.
I don't like it. Is it terrible to say I don't like it? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd buy it if they offered it to me. But I don't like it.
I don't know. I've been hearing a couple of reports in the field, JJ, and Hot Watcher being one of them, and here's another one on the wrist, that folks that have it on in person, there's a fair amount that say it is too big. Like it just looks big.
Yeah, it looks
I don't know if it wears big, but it looks big. It is big.
Looks like a brick.
That's part of the reason I don't like it.
It is big. Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely doesn't look like it's comfortable to wear. It reminds me of like a Octo Finissimo. Like when I put the Octo Finissimo on my wrist and I try bending my wrist back and forth, it feels very restricted.
Yeah.
Same thing with the large Santos. I feel like I'd get the same feeling with this watch in particular. I don't know if anybody else has had that experience.
You will. I have a larger wrist, and I can't wear the Octo Finissimo. It just feels like a cuff.
Yeah,
exactly. And it's because of the even though it's only 40 millimeters in diameter, the bracelet starts at like 34. It just doesn't feel right or look right.
Did you get the feeling of that when you tried on the?
A little bit less so with the Cubitus, because the 45 here is a complete misnomer because Patek measures their diameter of these watches from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock, not from 9 to 3. So yeah, it's 45 millimeters from 10 to 4, but it's really probably only about 39 or 40 across.
I don't really like big square watches. That's why I wear,
a big square.
I can show you what I wear.
At the
Ari's asleep at the wheel over here, man.
He's a tank today guy.
Oh, there are more watches. Oh, did you add more here? Sorry.
I was segueing you into. I don't like big square watches.
Where's my fucking pictures?
Oh, I don't know. He didn't show. Oh, I didn't send him to one of you. I fucked up. And
I sent like 10 pictures.
I'll send it to him now.
Oh,
this is the
shot.
movement for the. This is for the Zeitwerk. I don't know if we could zoom in on that, but there you go.
Nice.
Holy.
And the money shot
200.
All right, I see another picture coming in. So
yeah, that's the money shot. The next shot,
Insane.
There we go. You got the Cap and Alex hanging.
That's very nice.
There we go.
Excellent.
That arm's pretty close right there. Look at that. He's going for the chokehold.
It's a cute couple.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's
very
what they
sweet.
said at the
Very
the AD. Yeah.
Yeah, very sweet.
Actually, it's a boutique. It's a tag boutique.
Nice.
One of 20 in the world. 20 in the US. I'm sorry.
Nice.
So there's a long wait list. Yes, I figured that. You know what? But everyone's looking to flip that watch. That's really what it comes down to.
Okay. Scroll right
They're
area.
having difficulties doing it, by the way.
They're having difficulties. What?
Flipping it?
They're having difficulty. I will tell you, I've seen
For that price,
a slew of Cubidai on the secondary, and they are sitting.
Yeah.
Can I give a shout out to Tariq's zipped hoodie?
I think you just
trying
did.
to hide from you guys.
You know what? It is really nice.
I don't know
That's
what
quite
that
nice.
is. I thought it was camo for a minute, but
It is.
wow.
Camo.
No camo.
No camo.
Holy shit. Anyway.
What is it? Well, tell us more. What?
No idea.
Reinhardt,
Can
you stand up? Can you stand up and turn around?
He's a resident
smoking
fashion
hoodie.
expert.
It's flex.
That's what I was waiting for.
I'm not gonna flex.
Well,
Not
okay.
with
Did
Duco
you
here.
say you want me to stand up and twirl?
Sorry
Duco?
for
No.
shouting that out, but
No, the tag that you tried on the Monaco. What did you think? That was a titanium case, right?
It was. I thought they were nice. I mean, I think those are the 20. I don't know if they came out this year. I think they did. Those
The very recent releases. Yes.
Yeah. They were good looking watches. I mean, I'm not much of a square watch. I don't know. Like, that wouldn't be my first choice of a Monaco. When I think of a Monaco, I think it like GMT is much more of a tag, like a Jack Heuer tag Heuer guy. Like he's been into the brand. He's much more knowledgeable about tag Heuer, and all I can do is put on the watch and say, oh yeah, it's it looks pretty nice. It's
made
a chronograph. It's Formula One, that kind of shit. But they got a rich history, and they're nice. I think they were skeletonized as well, if I'm not mistaken.
To me, the Monza looked
the
better.
Monza, the Monza was cool. The Monza was cool. The Monza is some sort of a race, I believe.
Yes.
Monza.
Yeah, the Carrera glass box models are really nice.
I got to tell you, I was I like the Aqua Racer line. And then they had that one with the white dial. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone shots. They had one that had the dial itself loomed. So the entire dial I didn't like the colorway, but it was pretty neat.
Oh, the night diver. The night diver.
The night diver. Yes, there you go. Our tag guy's coming out. Yep. That was pretty cool. I don't know what you guys think of the basically using the colorways of Rolex in those GMTs, with the Sprite colors with the black and the green, and then the Batman colors with the blue and the black on the GMT. But the dials had that wave pattern. So, for the price point, it's pretty cool,
and it's not a perfectly round watch either.
Correct. Yes.
Diagonal.
It's a pretty cool. I gotta say, it's a pretty cool watch, and I like the way they do the date at the 6 o'clock. You don't see that very often. And by the way, and their Cyclops is underneath the crystal.
Yeah,
which I like.
It's an innie, not an outie.
That's pretty cool.
That is correct, Burb. It's an innie, not an outie. Yes.
Yeah, they do the new ones that have the textured dial. It does kind of feel like it's like a child of a Rolex and an Omega. Seamaster dial.
Mm-hmm.
And then they make it a shape that's like a little bit of Royal Oak thrown in, and it's like they took like
all three.
It's a hodgepodge mess, is what you're basically saying.
And the new Aqua Diver has that weird. It's like a wavy dial, but it's not symmetrical wavy.
Right.
Like the Omega. It's like
it's
it's
all over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I
mean, it is what it is. At that
it's
price
ugly.
point.
Okay, you said it. You said it, not me.
Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else.
I would never buy that watch.
Oh, it's complete toxic sludge.
But it's like every feature I dislike. Every feature that tag's execution is worse than every other brand's execution of it. Like I like.
That's nice.
I like Omega's wave dial better than Tag's. I like.
You ever pulled up?
I canceled it. It's been up for a while.
Oh, I missed it. I wrote you in the private chat. I would, if you give me an email, I could give you the keys. But I don't know if you saw that.
I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
Yeah. The watch time is content is finito. So your spot is back.
This is the star of the show as far as I'm concerned.
That's a thick boy.
It is. It's not for the faint of heart.
How thick is that?
Is that a Milgauss?
It's chunky, man. It's probably, I want to say around 14 mil. I think I show a side profile.
It's a thick boy.
I think I do. Maybe I don't.
Oh, we're getting.
Oh yeah, he does. Yes, sir. Yeah, baby.
Look at that.
That's fucking professional right there.
What happened?
There you go. I'll show
Showing
the
the
side.
thickness.
Oh, here's a favorite. Here's a crowd pleaser. Skipper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Skipper's great watch.
How did that wear? Because it's a 39 mil, right?
You know, it wears pretty nice. I mean,
Does it?
There it is on wrist. Looks pretty good to me. I like it. I like the size of this thing.
I feel like if I had to buy a tag, I would have to go with a chronograph before the Aqua Razor.
Yeah,
I think that's a good call. I think that's a fair call.
They do a good job on their chronos.
Yeah.
I just I don't see a Tag Heuer in my future. Is that terrible to say? I just
okay. So this is $35,000 for Tourbillon, and what's this one called? This is that.
Is this Super Mario Tourbillon?
Oh, you didn't see any Mario Kart ones, right?
No, they didn't have those. I asked.
Well, I really gotta know what kind of dummy would buy a Super Mario Tourbillon.
This is a Senna or whatever this is called. What is that?
REG was getting one for Christmas.
I know.
He was trying to complete the collection,
and he doesn't even celebrate Christmas.
Damn.
Thanks for the reminder.
I walked right into that one.
I've had Heuer's tags, whatever, in my collection from time to time, but they don't stay there.
Yeah. I moved on my Caliber 11 recently just because it just wears too big. It's clunky, not very comfortable. And after trying on some other square shaped watches like the Santos in medium, I couldn't go back.
A lot of tags, like they have the same problem that Breitling has with a lot of their watches. Like they're almost perfect execution, and there's one big thing they screw up, and it's just not wearable in some way. Right? You just can't keep it for long.
Yeah. I thought you were going to compare it to Tudor, whereas like a lot of people like they sell their Tudors.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Tudor's a little. I look at Tudor as being a little bit different because
Tudor likes to trip at the finish line too. I feel like.
Well, Tudor,
they kind of have to, right?
Oh, they kind of have to, but I always looked with Tudor that people who buy Tudor really wanted to buy a Rolex. So when they're ready to buy a Rolex, they'll sell the Tudor. Like it's a little different with Tudor, though. You're right. There is an element of we're going to purposely screw up the bezel a little bit just so it's
not a Rolex, right?
Yeah, I mean that's a fair comment. That's a fair.
But I think Tudor is way ahead of Tag Heuer. By the way, Bob NYC is in the house. Good to see my man Bob. He is wrist shaming most of us. He says, "Oh, you dainty wristed guys can wear anything."
So do you get like extension straps if your wrist is too big? Is that how you do it?
So I have a question. Will Breitling?
It's like a seatbelt on an airplane.
Yeah.
Will Breitling become the tutor to Rolex whenever Universal Genève comes out?
No.
I think that's not going to do well.
Wait, which one? Universal Genève? You don't think it's going to do well?
Nah, I don't think it's going to do that good.
I don't think so either. They waited too long.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it'd be cool, but I don't think it's going to like dethrone Breitling in that company. Right. I think it's going to be cheaper than the Breitlings now.
Whoa. What? I thought they were coming out like a tiered level ahead of Breitling.
I thought that was what was going to happen, but it didn't. See, Burb, this is like the bezel I put on, like that.
Yes.
But the one I put on, see how it has only the markers from the first 15 minutes?
Yeah.
The one I have has all the way around.
What is that bezel actually made of? Is that
ceramic?
Like a ceramic insert? Okay.
It's a matte ceramic insert.
Oh, matte ceramic. Okay. Man,
that's really cool. That is really cool.
It's got platinum on the numbers, doesn't it?
No, not that one.
It's not like the 40 Yachtmaster.
And we got a super chat from Bubba Hotep, $12.34. Thank you, Bubba. He says, testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Just checking if the super chat button is broken. It's been tough. It's Bubba. No, everybody wants to watch. Nobody wants to chip in. It is what it is.
But why isn't the like button working either?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
It's my fault. I showed my ass earlier in the stream.
Everybody wants something, but doesn't want to even hit the thumbs up. What can you do? This is just the way of the world. It's hard, Burbing Hard. It's hard.
Hey, boo.
Hey, boo. Get your lazy ass up here, boo. Thank you, Bubba. Appreciate the channel support. Speaking of channel support, I'm going to drop the link. Go buy some cigars over from Steve if you'd like. Drop that in there. Yeah, I don't know. I think the streams have been kind of dead, Bubba. I don't know. Nobody really cares anymore. Nobody cares. The times are tough.
Yeah, the whole watch market is dead.
It's not. The cash is in the drama. You got to do drama. You got to pull up Oshin and Tim leaving each other at airports. That's where the action is. That's where people want to watch. Nobody wants to talk about watches anymore.
It really
already does.
Yeah. It's
kind always
of
talk about watches.
They're more interested in the internal dramas and the conflicts, and they've completely moved away from any discussion of new releases and watches and what
people are just waiting for the next Apple Watch release.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's not easy, man. It's not easy, but we do what we can. We do what we can. So you want to hear my new 3-piece collection? I want to amass.
Wait. Can I guess? I guess Bob. It's gonna be a gold Breguet Type 21 chronograph, a gold JLC master compressor, and then a lady-sized Patek.
It is not going to be.
That was exactly what I was going to say. Holy cow! We're like one mind.
I think he'd probably go for the platinum master compressor.
Is there a Mario Tag Heuer in there?
Bob says, sorry, no super chat, JJ. All my super chats are tied up in real estate at the moment. I think you were leaving me that house in your will, Bob. Well, I don't think I'm going to outlive you anyway, so it doesn't really.
I bought pool rights, so whoever gets it is going to have me floating around in there in the summer.
Don't you worry, Bob. You've been more than generous. I appreciate you always.
JJ, you realize that the super chats and the likes have gone down since you've gone to your Grand Theft Auto 3 and PlayStation 2 animation rather than the
what can I do?
Live from Mama's basement.
I have a destroyed studio. Maybe that's it. Do you think people just want to see my handsome face? Is that what it is?
Maybe we need Marcelo. We need Marcelo back.
Yeah, I think that's the key. We need Marcelo.
I don't think
Marcelo.
Then we can have booting wars with Marcelo. I think that's what we
think. JJ,
the booting auctions.
Yes.
Oh, the booting auctions are fantastic.
AI is out of control.
It certainly is. We have your friend Mikey with the $5 super chat. He says, "Did they have sun chips or popcorn at the tag event?" That's a little reference to Tim at the airport. If anybody knows what.
Okay, I got it now. Yeah, I hoarded on those.
One of the guys flew him out there, paid for his plane ticket, and he was doing a stream. I saw it. Curly was doing like a reaction video to it, and he has a smart popcorn and sun chips, and he's going, "Oh, maybe I'll save one of these for Elton, for when he picks me." The guy flew him out. He was going to give him a free bag of chips from the airport.
AJ, not only that, he paid, so that day pass or whatever it was $35 or something. So it was like a fully stocked bar. And he's like, I got to drink 7 beers while I'm here in the lounge. Like he's tallying it up to like drink and eat his money's worth. And grab sun chips and whatever else he can get for Elton, who I guess didn't show up for whatever reason.
Yeah, well, he was probably watching and said, "This guy's giving me sun chips and free liquor. I'm out of here."
But what I did have at the event on tag, you didn't ask because you kind of referenced it, was they passed hors d'oeuvres and stuff like that. I passed on most of it, and I had a bourbon cocktail that I was showing earlier with the smoke called a Risk Taker.
Ooh.
And they had champagne too.
We got a couple of super chats here. We got $10 from Tariq. Thank you, Tariq. Bubba, you started the trend. You woke everybody up. He says, throwing down for Friday night with the boys and Jen. Thank you, Tariq. Appreciate the support, man. It's cool,
gotta
man.
Shout out
it's
Jen.
cool. Yeah, got to get Jen in there, got to count her in. And we got my man Anthony C. Good to see Anthony in the house. $10 super chat. He says, anyone like the new Louis Erard black dial regulator? Well, good thing Duco got his keys back because he is on the ball.
No, I don't know if this is it or not, boys. I don't know.
Louis Erard black dial regulator.
If it looks weird, then it's it.
Let's see if I could find anything different.
Never forget that the guy who now runs Louis Erard used to run Jacques Dro.
Oh, look at that. All right, let's see
How
here.
the hell do you read time on that thing?
That's a good question. You don't. You look at
don't.
your phone.
Is that it, Anthony? Let's see. Maybe he'll let us know in the chat.
He says no, that's not it.
It says there's dials and hands on it.
Let me take a look, see if I can find it here. Is it the
oh, here it is. Here it is.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. That's it, I think.
All right, so that you can tell time.
That looks more like a watch, yeah.
This is actually really nice. What do you think? And you can get this for a good price. It's like $3,000.
I'm a big fan of the Louis Erard collabs. I had the Louis Erard and Messina Lab regulator. All of their regulator watches are SW266 Solita movements. So they're really kind of like rock solid, easy to service. And it really just comes down to the dial and who they're partnering with. So there's a lot of them. They're very cool. He's got a Chaikin collab as well.
Oh, they did do a collab together?
That's
pretty
cool. Sick. Oh yeah.
What do we think about this one here? Let's give Anthony a good let's give him some value here. Oh, we got an upvote from OC too. Look at this. We are kicking ass. I like it. 39 mils, great size. I like, what this reminds me of? I mean, obviously the price point is way different, but it reminds me of I don't remember I can't remember it, but the Regepi watch. You know which one I'm talking about? Black dial.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about.
But it reminds me of that quite a bit. Obviously, not the same price point, but it gives me that vibe.
He's done collaborations with Alain Silberstein, with Stefan Kudoki.
Yeah. Yeah, Louis Erard does a lot of Chronomet Contemporain. Is this it? Or is that the Acrivia? Or some people call it the Acrivia. That was probably the best thing I ever heard in my life.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I like it.
Contemporain 2. Let me see if I can pull it up. It reminds me very much of this. Share screen. Here we go. This is the watch it reminds me of.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Oh, the colors.
Colors,
yeah. Just like the vibe of the watch in general. I mean, but I think you could get 2,900. You're doing quite well. How Hang on one second before I'm going to pull that up in a second. I just want to pull up. We got a $20 super chat from my man Happy Meal. He says, Bubba just woke me up. And when Gonzo JJ hitting the streets again, Airport Lounge, Mike is a hero. Who's Airport Lounge? Oh, that's the guy who slapped him's laptop. Yeah, he got the 2 altercations in 2 weeks, huh? Not doing too good.
What was the second altercation? I think I know the first.
Some guy Airport Lounge Mike versus the Airport Lounge Grounger. I don't know exactly what happened. I think the guy was pissed that he was filming. You got to cover you got to watch Curly cover.
Yeah, I'll go back and watch it. I'm
gonna tell you, Curly's show on the franchises are probably some of the best live streams out right now.
Did he know this person, or is this like a random street?
No, a random guy that basically.
It was just a random guy who was
recorded.
Doesn't like to be recorded. Most people don't.
No, especially if you're flying. Who knows? Like maybe you're flying with like a mistress or something. You don't know what people are up to. You know what I mean? They don't want to be on the stream.
That's fair.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, you might be with Mrs. Lai or something.
Hey, I'm live streaming. What's your name? Who are you?
What's Curly's channel called? It's called the Franchise Club now. I'm gonna see if I can find the link. If someone in the chat who has keys has the link, who has a wrench has the link, drop Curly's channel in there for Van Lux, please. But it's called the Franchise. If you type in like the Franchise JJ, for some reason it comes up. I think one of the episodes that was in the title. That's how I find it sometimes when I can't find it. If you type in the Franchise Club JJ, it should pop up. But if someone has the link, please drop it for Van Lux.
I believe the kiss cam at various sporting events more than once has caught couples that were not of the legally sanctioned type.
Right. You got to watch out for those things,
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. This is the Louis Aurore. Oh, yeah, I saw this one before. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I love it. I don't know. Oh, Duco dropped it. There you go, Basil. Thank you, Duco.
Yeah, this is... What do they call it? A Marmite watch. I think nobody gets the Louis Aurore Constantine collab as their first, second, third, fifth, eighth watch.
You know which one I want? The Minion watch. Can I get a good price on a Minion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get a good price on a Minion watch. Let me rephrase that. You can get a Minion watch for well below its retail price. Whether you consider it a good price is a whole separate issue.
What is the retail price?
I think the retail on those is like in the 50s.
Oh my god!
Really?
Oh, look at that flex.
No. Roman. Why Roman has a Minion?
Jesus.
Does Roman have a Minion? Is that what he's saying?
He did have a Minion that he was looking for, like, I think he was trying to get 40 for.
What do you think is a good price for this?
$8.50.
$0. I don't really like the bezel, to be honest. I changed my mind. Never mind. I don't want this. Are you guys all right to stay on here for a second? I just got to run upstairs. I got to do something. Ma needs me.
Sure.
He's got to drop a.
You want to close this window? I don't have keys.
I thought I gave you the keys.
But I'm not. I have to log out and log back in. You want me to?
Okay. Do you want me to get rid of this window? Is that what you're saying? Or
yes.
No, we can stare at it. We can stare at it for the.
Well, next... I figure if I leave Yiddish's window open, he could pull up other stuff if he wants.
That's true. Yeah, do that.
Pull up. True.
Yeah, I'll be back in like 3 minutes. I just got to run
upstairs. Tank the stream.
Oh, okay. He's only got a number one.
Yeah.
All right. So
no.
But in terms of, I know we were talking about
hot mic it.
Yeah. It's like that scene from The Naked Gun. He's just peeing.
Yeah, this is terrible for 50,000. Like, I just can't imagine anybody.
Let's put it like this: if the only way to determine whether or not the watch market is dead or not is whether or not this watch is selling, let it die.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Hey, you guys want? Can you pull something up, Nate?
Sure. What do you got?
So you want proof that the watch market, the broader watch market, is not dead?
Oh, I know it's not, but let's give.
I know you. I know you know. RR Auction Apollo 14 Pepsi.
Yeah.
Pull it up.
But the watch market is never dead. It just depends on what price point you bought in at, right?
True.
Like even if Rolexes were selling for $5,000, if you bought in at $3,000.
Well, that's what they say. It's you got to sell well, but you buy better.
Right.
That's the whole point.
Exactly.
So this watch hammered at a bit less, but with the buyer's premium, it sold for $2.163 million at a recent auction. It was worn on Apollo 14, not sanctioned or endorsed in any way by NASA, but it was on astronaut. If we go back to the other page, I think it's Edgar Mitchell. That's an engraving of his daughter. So astronaut Mitchell wore this on the space mission on Apollo 14. Now, what is not known, he signed a certificate of authenticity that was worn on the mission, on the Apollo 14 mission. What it didn't say was whether or not this watch actually walked on the moon, because he did walk on the moon. In fact, I think he traveled the furthest on the moon of any astronaut in terms of distance on the moon. Obviously, he wore his Omega Speedmaster on the outside of the space, the space suit. But what's not known is if this was worn under the spacesuit when it was on the surface of the moon.
Yes, like the good lawyers in the chat and on the stream, if you look at the second paragraph, and if you look at the certificate of authenticity, he says that he wore it on the mission, and then it just says that Captain Shepard and Commander Mitchell landed on the surface of the moon, but there's absolutely nothing in here to indicate that the watch actually was on the surface.
Yep. Which is kind of crazy, because that price to me, I mean, I guess it might not matter, but I think that if there was any evidence, let's say that certification said he was on the surface of the moon with a Rolex Pepsi GMT. I mean, even the fact that it was on Apollo 14.
The fact that it made it to space.
That raises the price.
To high Earth orbit. Yeah, absolutely.
The fact that Perez Scope has already debunked it as not authentic is what's even crazier.
Is that true, or you just made that?
That's not true. But in another day or two, I think
it's coming. It's
saying, hey, this dial is actually.
Maybe we need a Twitter community note.
I want Perez Scope.
He's a menace to these auction houses. I tell you.
You that 2.1 million you just spent? You just got duped.
No, Perez Scope is back. No.
So the Polaris Dawn mission that SpaceX, they had the first private spacewalk.
Mm-hmm.
They all wore the IWC chronograph Polaris Dawn edition. Do you think in 20 years those watches are going to be worth anything?
Yes.
Or has it become so?
No, I think they will. But the question is, the difference though, Duco, is a lot of these space watches go for, let's say, a couple of $100,000, not a small amount of money, but I guess because of the Rolex GMT and it was kind of not certified for whatever reason, this thing just went bonkers, right? But I do think that those will be worth, considerable amounts of money. They'll
certainly be worth more than an IWC chronograph will be worth at that point, because it has been in space. But I mean, if you think about it, the provenance of these watches, the space watches, this one, the lunar pilot that I forgot who wore it on Apollo 15, those watches have the combination of famous astronaut and cool watch and space. I don't know whether or not, you have these private, private space flights where it's like, okay, rich person spends $1 million to go on private space flight, is given watch to wear on that space flight. Does that? To me, yes, it's going to be worth more than a regular IWC, but it doesn't have the same cachet or the same provenance and value as, an astronaut moon watch.
Right.
I think a lot of people make it sound like a spacewalk, like the equivalent, like a spacewalk is is so much closer to the Earth's surface. Like you're talking less than 1,000 miles from the surface. You're talking, and the moon is hundreds of thousands miles. Like when you're talking the scale,
20, 30,000 miles further. Sure. No, I get it. I get it. Yeah.
Which is why I want to know, and you want to know, and the world wants to know
if the moon landing was staged.
Exactly.
Hey, what about the first watch worn to Mars? What is that?
Get your ass to Mars.
Well, that's probably going to be an Omega, right?
Yep.
Right. First Omega in Mars.
Of course.
The Mars watch.
Speedmaster.
Are they? How many iterations of the Mars watch is Omega gonna make? How many plastic Mars watches?
Thousands.
That's a good question.
So
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Were you trying to?
Yeah, I was just gonna. We got a super chat here from Mitch Halpern. Thank you, Mitch. Appreciate that. He says minions. Yes,
I'll allow me to explain the joke in connection with this. See, a minion is a small yellow creature from the Despicable Me cartoon, yes. And a minion is a group of 10 Jewish people that are allowed to pray in the morning at temple.
Excuse my ignorance, but which one is which? The Y is the Jewish?
No, the answer is yes. It's just like Hanukkah. You could spell it 35 different ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chanukah.
Gotcha.
So if we're looking at evidence of the watch market being dead, this one did not sell as much as Marlon Brando's GMT.
No, it did not.
Marlon Brando.
And that one didn't even have a bezel.
But it's Marlon Brando.
Yeah, you can't. That's apples and oranges, though.
I mean, you're talking top 5 most iconic badass men that's ever lived.
That doesn't make me want to watch anymore. I got to be honest. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't really care if someone else wore it. I don't know. To me, it doesn't make it like. I don't care if I have Steve McQueen's watch or I don't know.
I understand.
Name a person. I don't think
it does because you don't. Do you really care about that person? Like
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like
this was John Voight's car. Do you remember that Seinfeld?
Seinfeld,
John Voight's LeBaron.
I'm the ass man. Totally different episode, but staying with the theme.
I'm out. But no, if it's a celebrity or somebody that you care about, the fact that there's some provenance to it is going to make it more valuable to you. But yeah, like for me, the Paul Newman watch is meaningless to me. If I had, if I had a Powerball, winning ticket, I wouldn't have bid $17 million on Paul Newman's Daytona just because I like the salad.
Now let me
Herb, I know you got to cut out. Have a good night. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Good night.
Good show, boys.
But JJ, let me ask you this though. Okay, I get you on the celebrity thing and whether James Dean wore it or not or whatever.
Right.
Okay, but first look at this pumpkin-y patina on this bad boy. You like?
Oh, it's very nice.
Would you pay a premium if this watch, like, okay, it's in space. Let's assume that it was in the rocket,
right.
Or if it was actually on the moon, like if this watch was literally, which we don't know.
Would I pay a premium if it was the only Pepsi on the moon? Probably. I'm just saying someone else would pay a bigger premium than me. Would I pay a premium to get a cool patina? Yes, absolutely. Depending on, I mean, I'm not going to go berserk, but would I, if I was looking at, let's say, I don't know, a Pepsi, whatever, and I found one with very cool patina, and it was like 1,000 or 1,500 more, or maybe even 2,000 more, but it was like really, really cool. Yeah, I might stretch. Yeah, I might stretch for that. Yeah, because it's visually appealing. I'm not the guy that's gonna say, "Hey, you like this watch," in the middle of a conversation with a watch guy, and then be like, "This was Johnny Depp's watch." Like, who gives a fuck? Like, I don't know. To me, that's lame. Like,
again, you got historical significance, and if you're a history person or whatever, you're going to pay more. I happen to be a huge NASA buff, as are my kids. So for me, I would. I don't have $2 million to spend on a Pepsi, but I would absolutely spend a lot more on one of those. Winston Churchill, as a history guy, Winston Churchill had one of the first date justs. I mean, could I imagine spending an obscene amount of money for Winston Churchill's Datejust because of the historical significance of that and where it was worn and during what? And I mean, that's kind of mind blowing to me.
Yeah, but that's cool.
Me.
But to me, that's different than buying, I don't know, like Marlon Brando. You know what I mean? It's just like because they're just an actor. But I get what you're saying. Like that's like, you know, I mean, if you had like I don't know, George Washington's pocket watch, that's pretty fucking cool. But if you had you know,
framed by George himself,
yeah, if you had like John Cena's Hulk, I'm not that interested in John Cena's Hulk.
John Cena's jockstrap.
Yeah,
but these people that are buying these watches, to them, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, it's nothing. This is a party favor at a cocktail party that they get to brag to their douchebag buddies that have a lesser watch. I mean, let's be honest, right? I mean, I can't be crazy, right? Isn't this really who buys?
No, well,
things?
You know what it is? It's the story, because it's like if we're at a party and you know, you have a perpetual calendar Patek and I have it's like, all right, we all have those. Big deal. But this one is, you know, so and so's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's a Tiffany stamp times, you know, plus.
Because it's like nobody else has, you know, that you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger's whatever Panerai or something.
One exception to that is when a historically significant piece is purchased by a museum or something like that.
Right. Which this watch could have been. I don't know who the purchaser or the buyer was. I mean, Rolex has a museum.
Yeah, and we know that Patek buys, you know, significant pieces at auction for huge prices to put into the Patek Museum. And then we know that Omega fakes huge watches at huge prices for the Omega Museum.
Ah, yes, the old fake Omega.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't think you can use this as you know, as anything in terms of the watch market being dead or not dead. This is not, as far as I'm concerned, this is not a watch auction. This was an auction of a, you know, a historical space piece.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's like he was selling his helmet.
Right. That would be fucking awesome.
Listen, I think this is cool for the Pepsi. In general. You know what I mean? It's like, this just came out. Yeah, this came out. I knew nothing about this until last week.
What were you going to bid on it?
Let me ask you guys a question.
You lent me $2 million, and I didn't have to pay you back.
This is out of our. This is out of our
like a you know, one of those PPP loans.
Where are we sitting? Speaking of space watches, where are we sitting now that we've digested some time on the first Omega in space, the new Speedy? Are we liking it?
Beautiful watch, too small.
See, for me, I don't think it's too small.
I like it. The 39.
Yeah. I can't.
39. Is it 39 or 39.5?
39.7.
Yeah, that's close enough to 40 for me. That's sort of my lower limit.
I like it. I kind of like I don't know. I go back and forth. Like, I feel like the professional is like really perfect. Then I feel like it's a little too big. If I had an 8 size wrist, I would just get a 3861, call it a day. That would be that. There'd be no. Actually, I would get the first Snoopy, and I would put it on a strap. That's what I would do.
Is it already on the strap?
It would end up looking something like this.
Oh wait, the first Snoopy, the one with that looks like the normal Speedmaster that has just the Snoopy on the sub register, right?
That's a great Omega.
Yeah, that was really. Marco used to love this watch. This was like one of the first Omegas I remember Marco raving about.
It wears
great. The CK 2869 or something like that.
289, 2889, 2899, 2889. It wears great.
I love that one in the Pulse, the Doctor's version.
Yeah, it's such a good watch. There's so many good Omegas out there, man. You could really get some good ones. I wonder how much the first Snoopy is going for now. Are they still going for ridiculous money?
Yes,
because they went from
like the silver Snoopy.
No, the first it was just like, it looks like a regular professional. It just has the sub dial with the Snoopy in it.
Yep, they're still going for multiples.
Yeah, those were so cheap at one point. Oh well.
Yeah, the second gen I think is still the one that has the highest premium, the white dial.
Right. Well, those are still going for like 30 or no?
Yeah, I think I've seen them in that range. I mean, again, they were at the height of the market. They were in the mid 40s, maybe a little bit more. There was actually a secondary market dealer who was trying to corner, in my opinion, I think trying to corner that market, and actually move the market, kind of like what 1916 was doing with, trying to do with Zeitwerk and had done with, Journe and a couple of other brands. One of the big Facebook gray dealers, secondary dealers, was buying those up like crazy, trying to move the market on them. I think he was successful, actually.
Hey, JJ, I shared, pull up my screen.
Sure. I remember them between like 46 and 48,000 at the height. That's what I remember them at. Yeah.
Are you talking about these?
Yeah. Yeah. It has the old bracelet, which I don't like, but I would totally take this off and put it on like just like a leather strap or something like that, or like maybe some type of sailcloth or something.
I mean, 13.5. That's not,
Is this an original though, or is this a dupe? Because there's a lot of dupes out there. You got to watch.
Yeah, that's
exquisite timepieces.
I would, if that's being sold by Exquisite Time, they're a big authorized dealer down here
with the original papers,
South Florida. I would absolutely say that's legit.
Yeah, if it says original papers and stuff, then yeah, it's legit. But you could probably pick up a dupe for like 8, I would say, or less.
Yeah.
Why would you want that?
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I'm just saying you got to, when you're pulling them up, you got to make sure they're not, they'll say in it, I'm not saying they're deceiving you. They'll tell you in the description, like this is a modded, whatever. But there's a bunch of them because I've looked at these a while. But I think this is cool. I think if I ever got a regular professional Speedy again, I would go for this, a regular sized anyway, I should say.
Yeah, I have an 1860. I have an 1861 Speedy that I will keep forever at this point, to gift to my kid when she graduates high school. But I've had those come in and out of the collection so often. I'm like, nope, it's never going anywhere now. It's done.
Look at this. We got Cap dropping a red super chat, baby. Dropping the red one. Got a nice super sticker from the Cap. I can't see what it is. My YouTube is frozen. But thank you, Cap.
It's a thumbs up.
Get you involved in this race. And we got no Biggie Sal with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Biggie Sal. He says, good evening, gents. In your opinion, what is your favorite watch release of 2024? This is a good question, being that we're in November now. I mean, the year is on. Wow, this year really went by fast. Let's see. What do we got? Let's pull up some stuff for Sal. Let's give him a little value for money. I'll tell you what it's not. It's definitely not the Cubitus. That's for sure. Duco's got something here. What do we got here?
Starting off, GQ best watches of 2024.
Okay.
Sounds good. And they were
a couple of days ago.
Very current. They got this one on there.
Very nice. I like this watch quite a bit. I go back and forth. I think I'd still take an Explorer 2 Polar over that watch, though, if I was going with that type of watch.
Yeah.
Oh, he says White Dial Speedy for him. That's his favorite. That's a good pick.
Oh, it's the one I just saw. That's
so far these are all terrible.
Apparently Ralph Lauren came out with a watch today. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Ralph Lauren.
I used to like an old Ralph Lauren watch. I can't think of the name of it, but
kind of like
we'll look at that in a second. I want to give some value here for No Biggie Sal, and then we'll go on to that. WEC is kind of nice, but
O'Shea on that one.
The new Freak.
I've been liking Dave Bethune for sure. I mean, Ulysse Nardin for sure.
RM, Sam Old.
The new one, yeah.
Ouch.
What was it really one of my favorites?
Fuck is that?
Breguet. Longines.
You know what? The White Dial Speedmaster is a pretty good choice, in all honesty.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, a lot of people might say the Cubitus, but was it really? I mean, I think it was kind of a lame release.
We saw that watch.
Skeletonized Piaget. Yeah, we saw that. Ceramic.
It's a 56.
Tag Heuer Skipper was nice.
Which one is that?
I'm gonna say I think my favorite was the Streamliner Tourbillon, the skeleton. That was probably my favorite.
And go down to number 34. That's the best watch of the year.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm gonna pull up my
the ceramic Blancpain 50 Fathoms much as well. But
That is
again, I
nice,
think that's iconic and just cool. I definitely think that white Speedy is pretty damn good.
Yeah, I agree. Bell and Ross can't go wrong.
Bell and Ross.
I do think this Lacquer Dial Omega Aquaterra is a great watch. I mean, that could be your one and done.
Yeah, that's the old
absolutely
go anywhere, do anything.
I'm gonna find this fucking. Oh, here we go. All right, Big Sal. Here you go. This
that
is
one today. Yikes!
This is it, Sal. This is it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. I'm getting it up here for
what?
you.
There's one other one. Wasn't the Black Bay 58 GMT the Coke? Didn't that come out this year?
Yeah, that was a good choice. Yeah, that's a good choice.
AB mentions the Tudor monochrome on the Jubilee, which I think is a good choice.
That's a great watch too.
Yeah, it's a great watch.
This is my favorite of the whole year. That's it, right there.
Hey, you're free to be wrong.
Skeletonized tourbillon streamliner. Come on, man. Come on, man. GMT Bruce Wayne is the watch of the year.
Yeah.
Is it though?
I don't know.
They changed one half of color of the bezel. I mean, it's basically
a black gray. It's a black gray.
It's a Batman with half gray instead of half blue.
Dude, it's Colossus. It's literally Colossus. Look, can you go to my screen for half a second? It's Colossus.
He wasn't here for this.
It's literally Colossus from the X-Men.
Did I pull this watch up the other day? You did this to me.
Yes,
it's Colossus.
The chronograph.
Yeah, you can't tell
me
it's not Colossus.
As long as Big Sal likes it, that's all I care about.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is my favorite watch of the year so far. I it's the most interesting by far to me. This is much better than the Cubidus. Sorry.
I agree with you, JJ.
Yeah, I agree that it's better than the Cubidus, but
yeah,
Streamliner got one of the best bracelets, skeletonized tourbillon. What the fuck else do you want? Made by an awesome independent. I don't know. Oh yeah, this is a good one too. AB, the white gold blue ombre day date. That's a great release. That's probably
all of the ombre dial day dates.
Yeah. Rolling with the black ombre. Yeah, or grayish black gray. I like the purple watches, the Debitoon.
Yeah, those are good. Debitoon some really good ones. I think Tariq said that before, right?
Yeah, and then also
the Urwerk there for his choice. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
The Urwerk, the UV, I think it's 100 or UV 1000 purple, ultraviolet. That's one of my favorite watches.
You guys want to hear my my pick for a three-piece? Here's tell me what you think of this. This is in my head. I want to put this together. Polar Dial Explorer 2. Moser Streamliner Chronograph. Rose Gold Vacheron 1921. How's that for a three-piece? Interesting.
So say it again. I got the Vacheron. What were the other ones?
Vacheron 1921 and Rose Gold is the dress piece. Moser Streamliner Chronograph.
Blue dial.
Blue dial, yep. And then Polar Explorer 2 is kind of your beater GMT travel type. I think that's a great three-piece.
Sure it is.
Oh, we got
you're never gonna have a three-piece, but fine.
Good to see Dear Artifact. He says, I think the first Omega in Space is up there for Watch of the Year. That's another great one. That was a great piece. And Father Artifact in the house as well. Hi, JJ. Great meeting you in New York. Good to see the Artifacts. Both father and son in the chat. Dear Artifact was wearing the 321. I wish he was wearing the other one. I would like to have seen it in person. I still haven't seen it in person. I went to my Omega AD. He hasn't gotten one yet. Does that mean they don't like him? Everybody else got one.
Maybe so.
I was shocked. I said, "You really didn't get one?" I said, "You don't have to sell it to me. I just want to see what it looks like. I'm not trying to, And usually he'll pull stuff out like for me to look at and say, "You can't buy this." But he was like, "No, I haven't got one." I was like, "Oh, okay." I think I might.
Have you guys been able to see this in person? I tried seeing one today. I can't find one at any boutique.
No,
I saw it the other week. It's very nice. Again, my only issue with it is the 42 millimeter professional is like the perfect size for me in terms of a mood watch. This one wears a little small, but it's a beautiful watch. The dial's great. I'm a big fan of the Fotina. It's not like it's not like just hideous Fotina, and I do like the engraved back versus the embossed.
What do you think? How do you compare this? Obviously, you got to take price into consideration. If you wanted a chronograph, a smaller chronograph, if you were a smaller wristed fella, you go between this and a Daytona. What are we doing?
I mean, if you can get them both at retail.
I mean, yeah.
Oh no.
Well,
you gotta buy them both at like where you can get
market.
Them.
Oh, I'd buy this 100 times out of 100. I think that I still think that the Daytona steel ceramic Daytona is completely overpriced for what it is.
I've fallen out of favor a bit with the. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still love the precious metal Oyster Flex. I just think it's a fun watch, but as far as just like having a steel, like I feel like when a watch is in steel, you kind of need it to like function over everything, and it's like to unscrew the pushers. I don't know. I feel like GMT has taken over as the sports watch for me for Rolex. It kind of always has been. But like I know Daytona always was like the flagship, but I got to be honest. I think I would, if I could only have one steel sports, I think I would take a Pepsi.
Yeah. Out of the whole collection, it would definitely be the BLNR. Could be my one and only watch. Where it's very comfortable.
Yep,
like it's a beautiful watch.
Wear it to
man.
You could wear it to tag Heuer events as well. And everybody wants your watch. Everybody wants your watch. They don't want to buy a tag. Like, can I see that Pepsi? And by the way, yeah, I met Dear Artifact, awesome guy, and Father Artifact. Unfortunately, I did not get a chance to meet. I wish I did, but I love that 321 that he was wearing, and I'm still waiting for the call.
You don't even need the 321. You could pick up the new first Omega in space. It's almost exactly the same.
Yeah, almost.
You get a blue dial instead of a black dial. You get patina. I don't know if you want to patina it, but the only difference I would say that is in the negative, if you even want to call it that, I think it's more in line with the vintage look, is that you don't get the ceramic bezel. That's really the only. Besides the movement, obviously, you're not getting a 321, but you're getting you're still getting a good movement. You're not getting the provenance. You're getting a more accurate movement.
Yeah, exactly. I'd pick the new blue dial first Omega in space over the 321.
Yeah, even at cost, right? Because one's 15,000, one's what, like seven? How much?
7 and change.
7.
Right? It's half the price. You get it. All right, you don't get the 321, you get a 3861, but 3861's no slouch. It's a great movement.
Yeah.
Oh, London has 3 of them now. Look at that. They never.
Well, look, I mean, I think this whole discussion, also goes to show that the watch market is not dead. I mean,
what, Alex? He's talking about the first Omega in space. Okay,
right. I mean, it's I think that the hype market, everyone can agree is dead.
Yeah.
But even that, it's not as if the watches aren't selling. The watches are selling, and they're selling constantly. I mean, I see. I mean, just from my WhatsApp chats and the motor groups and all of the secondary, trading groups, watches are trading constantly, and in fact, better watches are trading more frequently now than the hype pieces. I mean, you're just talking about the steel Daytona. In one of the groups today, there was a yellow gold Daytona 6-digit, so it was a 116518. I forgot the reference number, on a strap, selling for $22,000 with papers. So, I mean, for me at least, it's like, why would you spend 27, 28 on a steel Daytona? a gold Daytona for, of roughly the same age for, less money.
All right, guys, I just want to give a 2-minute warning. If you want to get into tonight's race, we're giving you 2 minutes. Then we're going to do race time soon. So far, I think we have 14 entrants, something like that. Something along those lines. And we're going to put Nub Gunner. We're going to give Nub Gunner an entry tonight.
Yeah.
Good to see Nubby in the chat. Thank you
is.
for your service, sir. We're going to give you a free entry.
I think the people that are saying the watch market is dead are basing their opinion solely on the death of the hype watch frenzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The TPG watch market is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, the watch craze is over, but only 14.
No,
I
don't think that.
you.
Yeah.
AB, $5 super chat. Only 14. I like my odds. We got you, AB. You and actually number 16 because we got Nubby in there. We gave him a special entry. Sometimes we give away some freebies,
I also don't think that the watch craze is dead. I think that's a misstatement too. I view these things a question of volume much more than price increases. You have so many more people that are involved in the space than there were 5 years ago. Do you have fewer now because you don't have as many, crypto bros, slinging RMs? Yeah. But there's 50 times more people that are interested in watches collecting, regardless of the price, than there were 5 years ago. So the watch craze still exists. There's so many watches that are trading every single day.
And when we talk about the first Omega in space and kind of the hype around that watch and the white dial Speedmaster and the recently released the Tudor Zulu GMT, right, Pelly? The amount of channels now that are covering that, and channels that I didn't even know existed, that I found out about, let's say yesterday, because I'm searching, Tudor Pelagos FXD, and it comes up like from some random guy with 5,000 followers, or
you mean JJ?
somewhere around there. No, these are the videos. These are the videos. These are the videos that do the their 5-minute spiel on a watch, and they have pages. I think that speaks to what you just said, Nate. That like the community, like the broader watch community, the community. Pull up Red Shovel. The community is larger and growing by the day,
and passionate.
The state of the watch market is strong.
It's the biggest watch market. The watch market is as big as ever been, especially with people with small wrists and hands.
But the prices have gone insane. But still, a Pepsi trades for what, 2 times retail still.
But we're down to like 20 or 30 references probably across all the brands, other than the off catalog stuff that's always going to trade insane. But when you look at there's maybe 30 or maybe a little bit more, maybe 40 total references between Journes and some Royal Oaks and some Pateks and some Rolexes, but that are trading at super high premiums. I mean, and I exclude stuff like Roger Smith and things like that, where they're making like 50 watches a year or 20 watches a year. But from regular brands, but you just have so much stuff that's trading, and frankly, I find it to be really healthy. I mean, I would rather have. I mean, like this week alone, I bought in and sold out of a 1921 platinum with the blue Breguet numerals on it, an amazing watch at a very good price to purchase and a very good price to sell. Same thing with a Patek 5212A weekly calendar and a couple of other pieces. They're trading, they're moving. People are now finally willing to sell them at reasonable prices because they realize, I'm not going to be turning, a 50% profit on everything just because it's a watch. Even like you can go and get now a regular, 126610 Submariner date, the 41 millimeter. The price that you're going to pay on the secondary market for a 2023 or 2024 is maybe $500 to $1,000 over retail and tax. So you now have the choice. Okay, am I going to go to my AD and wait 6 months or 7 months to get the watch? Or do I want it now and I'm going to spend an extra $1,000? And frankly, I find that to be pretty healthy. I mean, it'll be healthier when it's trading at retail and tax or even a little below, because I think that just the volume is just going to continue growing. And there's just more, and it democratizes it a little bit more, that these nice luxury watches that people, if they saved up for a long period of time, could get, you can actually get now, rather than you're going to be paying triple retail for everything. Flex.
We got Mookie in the house.
I literally stopped from doing it.
Mookie, member for 21 months, says it's hard. I agree with you, Mookie. It is hard. It is hard. I am going to, before we do the race, I'm going to drop Steve's link one more time. Let's check out Steve over at White Glove Cigar.
All right.
You got some gift packs here. You click them. You're getting a 15% code here. We got the Friday night sampler tonight with the Diamond Crown, a Fuente Don Carlos, Fuente Double Chateau, one Leaf Connecticut, one Fuente Rosado, one Fuente Hemingway. Got some good deals here, guys. We have $89 plus you get 15% off. So that's like what? I don't know. $70, $75 shipped. Comes in its own little humidor. Let's show Steve a little love. He is a good show sponsor. Look at a nice picture of Steve. Look at him there, pimping out those cigars. Only 2 left here. A very rare one. If you want to check it out, I dropped the link in the chat. It's right up here. Steve of Leaf Cigars of Bayville. You can check him out at whiteglovecigars.com. Also, don't forget, check out our man Marco, watch.marco on Instagram. He's a proud sponsor with Burdeen's. Got to pay the bills here, guys. Got to pay the bills. Now it's time to do what we do best. It's time to race. You guys ready? Mookie is our last entry. We have 17 on the clock. 17. We're racing puppy dogs tonight, guys. Puppy dogs.
Oh, puppies.
We're going to put 44 seconds on the clock. We're going to lower the music because it's annoying, and I'm the only one who can hear it. We're going to shuffle those puppies. You guys ready to rock and roll? Here we go. And they're off. There goes the ball, and here comes the puppy. Looks like we are neck and neck. This is quite the lame race. Here comes AB taking a little bit of a lead in the beginning. AB looking to get his money's worth. We got Duco, Nub Gunner, and Bubba up at the top. And we got the Cap running in second. The Red Dog. In the back, we have Robert Wood, and Mossy, and Big Sal. Mookie running mid-pack next to Happy Meal. Here comes Mitch Halpern turning on the speed. Bubba Hotep running hot and heavy. Here comes Mitch. Mitch with a commanding lead. Mitch and Happy Meal running neck and neck. But here comes Mookie. Who's Mookie? Look at this. Mookie's going to take it. He looks like he's going to take it.
Yep. He's got it. He's got it. Yep. Mookie.
Who's Mookie? There we go. Wow. Congratulations to Mookie. Thank you all for playing tonight.
Last second entry steals it.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just get in there. You got to get in there. Congrats. No. Mookie is the winner. Mookie is the winner, not Happy Meal. Happy Meal he was in the back. I don't even know where he went. Congrats, Mookie. All right, we got that. There we go. All right, boys, it's been a hell of a show. We gave him 2 hours and 5 minutes. Lots of watch talk, some drama talk. We had a race. We saw some new watches. We saw some old watches. The Cap gave us his live event recap. And we will be back on Sunday night for Sunday Fun Day. That's right. Congrats to Mookie. That is correct. We will be back with some more watch talk. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show. I'd like to thank
a double unboxing.
Oh, that's right. Mitch is going to be doing a double unboxing, and I think Yiddish you got something coming too, right? Soon next week.
Coming. It'll be probably sometime middle or end of next week. It's got to get here from Hong Kong.
There we go. The unboxings are piling up, so make sure you tune in Sunday night, same time, same channel. We got a double unboxing Sunday Fun Day. Oh, look at this, Mookie dropping a $5 super chat. It's hard, very difficult. It sure is, but you are today's winner, Mookie. So hopefully
Damn
it's
right,
a little
man.
less difficult. Mookie, are you guys streaming after this? Do you want me to pin this? Let me know in the chat what you guys are doing. If not, I don't think you are, but if you are, let me know. I will link it real quick. Give him a second to
link it, put on the notifications.
Yeah. By the way, check out the franchise. I know Duco dropped the link before. Mookie and Curly are doing some excellent work over there. One of my favorite shows to relax and unwind to. Listen to the Watch Talk Gossip. I always like the gossip. It's fun. It's fun. It's my guilty pleasure. You know, we do a lot of watch talk here, but I like to watch. Tomorrow. Check out. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Franchise Club.
All right.
That's right.
All right, guys.
Watch them steal the leads.
Bring your popcorn and sun chips.
Yeah, it's where everyone goes to steal the leads. So make sure you're there.
Crack a red breast. Local White Glove cigar.
That's right. All right, boys. We'll see you guys on Sunday. Have a great night. Don't forget, wear your watches. Peace.
Hey guys, look what I can do. I know it's all fun, but I just can't do things. Hey Archie, I'm leaving you tomorrow. I'm kind of getting tired of all the names like from Jimmy calling me. So I'm saying, chink out, motherfuckers. Mike the Snake, I'm leaving. I'm leaving this stream.